welcome. It's another day. Just like Brian says, we're almost towards the end of the week, And I want to thank all our new followers, all the new people who's attending this podcast and looking at this as a brand new person. Thank you, everybody who has returned. Thank you very much. Also, today we have something in store for you guys. You know what I mean? We have somebody, a special guest that we're gonna introduce in a bit. And like always, my name is Emilio, and I'm along with.
Got Brian here. Glad to see you guys again.
And this is Gerard. It's a pleasure being here again and look forward to having this great 30 minutes with you all. Thank you.
Great. And then we are, creative minds as a three. And today, I mean, what's going on in the market? We see that's going up and down. We see that Bitcoin has hit, I think, 45. So that was pretty exciting just to kind of see it go back up again with Bitcoin. It went from like the 41 to 45. Hopefully, it reaches already 60 by the end of the year at least. Even before that, you know what I mean. Get to see it again at 60 after 2 years. Of not seeing it. So, but let's go ahead and Brian, man, what do you think was going on right now, man? What do you see that's new, that's trending, and what's going on so far? How's your week?
Oh, it's been good. I've been just seeing the same thing. Bitcoin is skyrocketing right now. I'm hoping it gets back up to that 60. It's going to drag all the other coins up, and I want Crow to be dragged up because my back is hurting from all the bags I got in my So I'm ready. So whenever it wants to do that, that's when I see what's going on in the market.
Right. And then Crow is your main thing right now.
Oh, that's retirement plan right there.
Retirement plan. There you go. How about you, Gerard? What's going on this week?
Yeah, it's really more about the Miami conference, the Bitcoin conference. That has really been at the top of my list. Really being able to kind of watch, all the presenters, especially Mr. Wonderful that I try to follow as much as possible. That's Kevin O'Leary. So he is very, very, I would say he's a strong advocate, right, for cryptocurrency. And he's really pushing for all these reforms, legislation, and the regulations, right? And for me, I think it's a very good way to go. From previous episodes, I have always been for regulations, right? So I think it's pretty good that there is some consideration at the Senate, and that would open up more institutional and maybe sovereign funds, right, to come in, which is going to take, it's going to raise the boat, which is going to make everybody that has been in it to kind of see some benefits. So I am just bullish on all of it, and I do hope that things continue to move forward in the way that they are doing right now.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, man. And hopefully, man, with this Miami convention, hopefully we get to be there next year. You know what I mean? And hopefully that becomes a plan for us. I know we're busy with our lives and everything that's going around, but hopefully by next year, when that's popping already, we're able to go out there and present, ourselves, as creative guys, and get a feel of what's going out there in the field before it hits streets and stuff like that. So hopefully, I mean, it's something I would look forward, you know what I mean, as a convention with the Bitcoin and how much it's gonna keep generating, and the different companies are gonna come along with it, other competition that's gonna be going around, which competition is pretty good. And like I said, at the other podcast, when you had Coca-Cola, then Pepsi came around, you got Hershey's, then Mars. So competition is good, you know what I mean. It keeps us on our toes. And just like you said, like O'Leary, the shark guy, man, he's pretty on point with what he's doing, and he's back in the crypto world. Just along with what's the guy with the Mavericks, um,
Mark Cuban.
like Mark Cuban. You know what I mean? He's into the NFT space, crypto space. So you have two shark, people from the Shark Tank that's really devoted to this right now. So that should be an eye opener for people who actually follow the Shark Tank. You know what I mean? But let's talk about the monetizations of platforms. Like what other platforms have you guys heard of? This so far this week. How about you, Brian? Anything new?
Brian, you want to unmute?
Oh my bad. Yeah, yes. There's a couple platforms like Celsius and like Crypto.com. Those are kind of newer platforms where you don't actually have to have like a wallet.
Mhm.
On our channel, we always talk about having MetaMask wallet, Trust wallet, or Ledger. But there are some sites where you don't have to have those. You just basically have a login and be able to distribute your crypto over there, and then you basically earn interest on it. So those are some pretty good platforms, and they're kind of in that mix of the centralized and DeFi and decentralized space, where it's like kind of like the gray area. And those are coming up a lot now as well, allowing people to trade more and more differently.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, definitely, definitely. What about you, Gerard?
Yeah, from my
Mm.
end, I have pretty much been more focused or concentrated around crypto.com. That's the main platform that I use for almost everything. And I recently just signed up for NFT. So I pretty much
Yeah.
went through the process. So I am very, 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 very new. And I just want to say that I am new because our audience is really the average Joe, right? The average people that might not really know how to go about this. So from my experience, I would say it was pretty straightforward, right? Quite a couple of conversations with crypto.com, platform for them to verify and validate. So the account was created and it was linked to my crypto.com account. So the NFT platform is separate from the crypto.com original platform. You have to create these two accounts, then link them. So it's just some of the processes and some of the growing pains that we are seeing right now in the space. There's quite a lot of hoops that you have to, go over. But hopefully, as time goes by, all these processes are kind of made much more simpler and easier. And that's the only way that it's going to be, right? It's harder right now for some people to even get to some of these platforms just because there's quite a lot of things that are happening. You have to buy this, you have to pay these gas fees, you have to, go through this exchange, you have to get Ethereum to be able, you have to connect your wallet. So there's quite a lot of processes. But in order to be able to get into the mix, one needs to get their hands dirty. And you just have to just dive in, be able to figure out some of these things for yourself.
Yeah, that's great that you mentioned that. And what I love about this, what we have going on is that it's three of us doing three different things, but at the same time we come together, and it's something that we try to show all of our followers who are new at the same time as we are, and we've taken different paths, and it still works for us. You know what I mean? I know that we do all crypto.com, but one of you guys, like Brian, he really goes into depth on what he really does, what he loves. You're steady on one thing and that one thing only, and you man, you squeeze it juiceless, like it says, you know what I mean. So that's pretty dope. And myself, same thing, I just grab a couple things and I make it work with whatever I got. Great that you said about the NFTs, because when you look at OpenSea, you have the NFTs also, which is a big platform for NFTs. But now with the crypto.com, the difference between both of them when you talk about NFTs is that crypto.com, they're vetting everybody who's selling all the NFTs. So you won't get like a what we call the rug pull, and which we
Yeah.
spoke about it on one of our other episodes. So that's the beauty of it. So that when you buy something, you're buying something that is not gonna be stolen from you, in a sense. But now OpenSea is a little bit more different. You know what I mean? You gotta watch, the ones that you're not really familiar with. So those are the two differences. Make sure you go ahead and do your research on that. You know what I mean? So I like that too. I got a couple NFTs from that. And still learning that process. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So it's a beautiful thing that we're able to do this. Like I said, we're just average Joes trying to do it. Anybody who's watching, just make sure you just go ahead and do it right now, because you see, right now it's gonna be exploding. You're gonna be hearing about it more and more and more as the days go by. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, we have a special guest that's coming on, and she's gonna be explaining some of what her platform is. And but right now we're gonna go into our 60-second break right now. You go ahead and follow us and any of our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So right now we'll see you guys in 60 seconds, where you guys gonna be able to see our special guest. Welcome back. Welcome back. So here we are on our second segment of the show, and along right here we have Laura, and then Laura is a person that I've known for a little bit over 10 years, and we were in the financial industry together. Hardworking lady, man, and you know what I mean. And then we just went on our separate ways. You know what I mean. And she went on and did her stuff with a different company. I did my own stuff, what I was doing. But here we are, 10 years later, and all of a sudden we're still doing the same thing, the crypto space. That how funny is that after 10 years we come back together, you know what I mean, and we are in the same field at the same time, you know what I mean. So Laura, thank you for coming, and welcome to our show, Creative Minds. And today I know you're going to explain to us what is it that you do, and what is it that makes you guys different as a company. And like I said, welcome.
Thank you, Emilio. I was getting very excited listening. Okay, so thank you. And thank you, Emilio. It's right. It's funny how, I don't know, destiny brought us together. We are doing kind of similar things again. And that's exciting just to know that we're following that same track. I think it has been a little bit over 10 years. Maybe
Okay, there
like
you go,
14,
10
15.
years. Damn. Oh yeah, probably so. That's crazy.
I was like a little baby at that time.
There you go.
Me. But okay. Um, before I get to tell you guys what it's CIFRA, I would like to give a little bit of my feedback. I got introduced. I was getting excited when I was listening to you guys, talking about NFTs and doing the staking. You mentioned Gerard. I think I'm gonna get some classes from you. I don't use crypto.com. I didn't like the fees. I was thinking the fees were too high. I'm like, oh, okay, but I mean,
That's a good,
maybe I wasn't doing
yeah,
it right.
good point.
But I mean, it's good to hear. I like about your channel that you're sharing with everybody, introducing to everybody to the crypto world, and that's awesome. I think we still got about 5 more years for everybody to know about all these things. So we are on the best time for people who see these videos, to learn and join in. Start little by little. We still have a long way for us to grow within the crypto world. And okay, a little bit about my background. I would like to let you guys that if you're watching these videos and you want to learn, just keep doing it. Keep doing, because my background. I was a tax preparer, and the averse and crypto, they don't like each other. But I was a tax preparer. I love doing taxes. But I learned about Bitcoin. What is it? Maybe about 5 years ago, and I didn't jump in that train. I
Mm.
think Bitcoin was about $500 at the time. I
Wow.
wish I had done it. I didn't. But I mean, I still got in a little bit later. But I did get that big jump that Bitcoin got 2 years ago in 2000. Was it 2020 number? Around
Yeah.
that time, it
Yeah.
was exciting to see that grow.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then, okay, so what is CIFRA? CIFRA is the company I'm working with, and it's a multi-level network company. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm not ashamed to say that. A lot of people
Okay.
are scared of multi-level companies, but
Yeah.
what is it? It's just you get a saying about multi-level. It doesn't mean that it's a pyramid that's different. It's just the way the companies work is that you get bonuses when you invite people.
Okay.
And something some other banks do that too. They send you a link and saying if you invite your friends and family, and we are gonna give you $5, $10, $25. So a lot of companies do that. But
Mhm.
here, a multi-level company, what it does is that they don't pay commercials. They pay ads on YouTube, ads on the newspaper. They pay
Mhm.
people to refer more people. That's it. So it's not we shouldn't get scared about multi-level companies, because we need to know what it is, what is it's really. And multi-level companies are, giving a lot of people the way. I mean, they let people make money. I mean, if
Yeah.
it's sell to sell, people to people. So I like
Right.
that about the company. Something else that I like is so what we do at Cifra, we offer stakings, but without the risk of us. Like I was a tax preparer. I wasn't doing trading. I got stressed with trading. I didn't even like to I tried it. I didn't like it. So what the company does, they do the trading for me.
Okay.
I do the staking there, and I get paid daily. So I like that part. With the security that is an international company, it is a company. It's not only a platform. It's a
Okay.
company with a CEO, with a team of people working together. So it's not just something that I found on YouTube. Click a link and put the money in there. So I know
Right.
who the owner is, who the CEO is, who is working with the company. We have a team, a lawyer team. We have a lot of experts, people who have been in the industry for over 30 years. People who have
Right.
bring different companies to that level where they reach. I mean, when people want to join in. So it is.
Correct.
I don't know if I'm explaining myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a
no, no,
little
Actually,
nervous
you're
here.
doing good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're doing good.
So I have a quick question for you, Laura. I have a quick question for you, right? So most of our audience, right, they are the average Joes. They don't have any idea, or maybe they do. If they do have an idea of how to buy crypto, how to, trade, some of it might be limited. You probably have some people that are experienced, right? If let's say I were to come to Zifra, from my understanding, Zifra has three main vehicles, right? The first one is you would come, you would exchange your money into Bitcoin, and then you will be able to stake your money to be able to make more revenue. That's the first step, right? Secondly, you would be able to make more revenue by referring other people. That's the second option. Third, you would be able to also have revenue by having or investing in the forex option that people that you can put some money into that section and you can get some dividends out of it. And then there is also the option of investing in, I believe it's in CBD, or is
Hemp
that how you
farming.
call it? uh, the
Hemp,
marijuana,
hemp.
right?
Yeah, hemp farming.
Yeah,
That's what you
the
mean.
hemp,
Yeah,
right?
Yes, CBD.
Type of
yeah.
business, hemp. So as an average
Okay.
person, if I come and I invest, how long will it take for me to be able to double my money or to make more revenue from a Zifra platform?
Okay. So let's say, well, just to respond, number one and number three add together. So
Okay.
what we have, we use at Cifra, the method of payment is Bitcoin. So you do buy the Bitcoin, and then you get a packet. We have different prices for it, and that packet. Okay, let's say you want to start with $300. So you get the $300 packet, and that packet, all traders are going to start working on it. So you don't do the trading. That's what I like about it. So they do the trading, and then you start getting daily revenue. So we have a year two yield YPA about 88%, and that 88% it's throughout the year. So it's we get daily rewards, but those vary depending on how the market goes. So it takes about let's say you don't invite anybody, you just get your pike and that's it. So it could
Yeah.
take anything from 25 to 30 months for the
Oh,
money to get to the goal, which is
got
you get a $100 packet paid in Bitcoin, so you get $600. So it takes about 30 months, let's say the longest. So it all depends on how the market goes. It could be
yeah.
sooner. Um, I don't. It could be a little bit longer, but I
Hmm.
mean, compared to conservative person who wants to
Yeah.
put the money on a regular fund, I mean, they won't. You won't get double at that. Not
Got
even.
it. Is there, is there like a
It is.
minimum?
I don't want to say who.
Yeah.
Is there like, is there a minimum that somebody has to put in to be able
You-
to be part of
yes.
Zifra?
minimum one, yes, you get paid an extra. Let's say instead of taking 30 months, it could take 20, 10, 5 months, a week, if you
Mhm.
start doing the referral. So there is a referral bonus, and also if you start creating a teamwork, if you work with a team of people, then I mean, people. Okay, it took me 2 years to get to the 50,000 license. So,
Okay.
so it took me 2 years. But if I started with $500, let's say I wasn't working, I wasn't doing any referrals. Right
Hmm.
now, I will have about maybe 3,000 earned. So,
in 3 years.
yeah, it's a big jump for others to do it. Hmm.
Got it. And if I have $50 or $100, can I join the platform, or is there a minimum amount that I have to put in from the very start?
No, $300 is the minimum for you to start making extra money. We also will have our university, which is gonna be great, and that one is gonna have a monthly fee. So we don't have the details yet,
Yeah.
but once we get that one, you will have access to leadership videos, to a lot of other NFTs about cryptos, about everything. Like it's gonna be a lot of information in there. We
Right.
have our mentor, John Maxwell. Mr. John C. Maxwell is our mentor. So it is. I'm very excited about that part about the company. We are advancing a lot, and it's good. I'm excited about it. We're gonna
Oh,
have a discounts platform for discounts for travels. I travel a lot, so I already.
okay. Okay.
Cool. So you say no that okay. So now, like how the good question, Gerard. Thank you for that one. So like your minimum is a base of 300. So different packages that you have within your company. So you have your 300s, and then you have your so forth and so on, depending on how much you want to invest into your company. And that's the staking part, right? Okay. So then
Yes,
from there,
yes,
you're saying that you're gonna get paid a reward every month. So just like what crypto.com does, it's giving you like a percentage depending is like of the 4%, 6%, I think 12%.
Mhm.
So but you guys are doing it depending on how the market's going. But you guys only work through Bitcoin, correct? Your company CIFRA only works through Bitcoin, right?
correct.
Okay. Okay. So the next thing is uh for the referral bit, for the referral part, you know what I mean? So because you said that the multi-level marketing and how that works is, so you have the way that you can, just if you want to just get and stake money, you can do your staking. Then if you want to stake and invite people as a referral, you can still get paid from that. Do you know what the percentage, how much percentage do you get from that as a newcomer? let's
It
say
goes
let's
from
say go ahead.
yeah, it goes from an 8% to a 22%.
As a referral.
It all depends. Yeah, it all depends if it's just like a casual referral or if you have a teamwork. So once
Mm.
you start creating a team to work with you, then the bonuses go up to 22%.
Okay.
Mm, so that's cool. So you're not just staking; you're also doing what's that? You're putting in what's that called that we call income? On the side. What's that? The word?
Uh,
Man,
passive income.
passive income. So that's passive income. So
Yes.
that's pretty good. So you're telling us about two already within your company, which is pretty great. I mean, for a newcomer, to kind of, it depends.
Yes.
Okay.
Look,
And
I got a
Yeah,
question for
and
you.
for me,
Oh, look, I just got one question for you. As far as like the ROI, like you initially staked the 300, and just for crypto, it fluctuates, rapidly, going up and down. Does the dividends like increase based off of whatever the level of Bitcoin is? Does in like your payout?
I'm sorry. Can you?
Yes, as far as like as regular like crypto, like Bitcoin and all the other coins, the price of Bitcoin will go up and down and fluctuate. Does the dividend increase over time as the price is going up higher and higher, and also lower and lower, like will your dividend change month to month?
Okay, that's one, and that's a great question. That's one of the big difference we have between us and let's say crypto.com or Coinbase also offers the staking. A lot of different companies offer it. So the difference is that even though we get paid through your Bitcoin and we pay with Bitcoin, um, the staking is dollarized. So let's say you have a $300 amount that you paid when the Bitcoin was at 60,000, and right now that is at 32, 32. What is it? 40. I was checking it out.
45.
It was, I
45 for
believe,
now.
40. No, 40. Yes. So let's say you were staking that you take out money now, so you're gonna get paid what you have at the value that it's now. So it doesn't affect because I was looking into it, and a lot of cryptos, even though they were getting a 4%, the price of the coin went down. So now they are having a loss, even though they have more coins. There is a loss if they want to convert it into dollars or whatever money they're using, currency they're using. So that's one of the biggest difference we have with any regular Bitcoin platform.
That's great. Yeah, that sounds like a very solid plan right there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely. Yeah. So just to kind of like say to to our audience, just kind of the things what I understood is, so what you're saying is, if you bought it at 60,000, right, and you ended up, much your money already doubled at 45. That means you could have got more if it would have been at 60. You could have had that spread, right? But you don't lose no money because you still make whatever your money was, which is you double your money, but you could have made more because once you cash out, at 60, you still had that spread. I mean, that's my understanding, correct?
Okay, well, it's I think well, it's kind of backwards. So let's say you pay for it at 60,000, and you are taking the money out at 40 right now, 45.
Mm-hmm.
So you are gonna have more Bitcoin of what you pay for it by taking the money now. So you are having $600, but it's more Bitcoin. So the value of the money is higher right now that Bitcoin went down a little bit. So then you can hold it there, wait for it to jump back, convert it into dollars, and you make extra money, extra money over
God,
the
it sounds
extra
good.
money.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good, man. So we got the ball rolling. You know what I mean. So right now we're gonna go into our third segment, and Laura, you're doing a phenomenal job. Thank you for coming on. And right now we're just gonna go to our break real quick, and then we're gonna go back to our third segment to it, and then the question will come in, and you will be able to answer that question. Okay. So I'll see you guys right
Thank you.
now. Back in 60 seconds. Alrighty, and we're back. So we're back, and so for our third segment, we have a question. We have a question from the audience, and we're gonna give it to you, Laura, so you can read it and go ahead and answer it. And the question will be,
Okay, that's a great question, and it's something that got me hacking to it. The difference between us, XIFRA, and any other multi-level marketing platforms is that we are not selling a product. Okay, so you know what? I was into uh, nutrition before for quite a few years. My checks, I think the biggest one was $300, and I still got products out of that company, and my mom saved it because she said I I want you to remember that you shouldn't buy anything that you are not drinking or selling. So she still has, I haven't done the math, but she still has products there that, don't worry, I told her we should throw it away. And she said, no, this is just a reminder for you to don't buy anything that you don't need.
Mm.
So that's one of the main things. Usually, most of the multi-level marketing companies are product sales. I mean, my respects to all those. I know people who have made a lot of money on it. They're You need to be really, really committed to go out there. You know, where I live right now, it's hard. Like I couldn't go out there and knock on doors to sell products. So
And where do you live
it's
now?
too hard. Colima.
Colima,
Colima,
Mexico,
Mexico.
right? Okay.
Yes.
So we're
So
Mexico. There you go.
so that's one of the biggest difference is that we don't make you buy things that you are not gonna need for you to be able to get a check. So we are offering a service for people to be able to save money, for people to be able to get introduced into the crypto world. And I believe we still have like maybe 5 more years for people to know more and more. There is still people who don't know what Bitcoin is or cryptocurrency. So they're like, oh, what is that? Isn't that is it real money? That's it. I mean, we're offering a service for people to monetize themselves. That's the biggest difference that we have with any other company.
Okay,
I
great,
think
great.
that's interesting. Just to kind of summarize that, Zifra is not selling a product, but you are offering services.
Yeah.
I think those are two clear distinctions that anybody who is watching this should be able to pick that up. And again, multi-level marketing is really not a problem. It just depends on how you view it and how you want to take advantage of it. That's just what I wanted to point out.
Cool.
Thank
That's
you.
cool. And so, what is the position within your company, Laura?
My position?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a diamond executive right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. And you guys are preparing for something big right now, right? In a different country.
Yes, we are actually going to Dubai. We are having
Yeah.
a training for all diamonds and up at Dubai. It's gonna be 5 days training, and also we're having another event at Ciudad de Mexico. So we are gonna travel, stay there for 5 years, come back, have our next event at the end of May, and then there is another trip to Cabos. I won that one, so it's gonna be
Oh,
all paid
nice,
for.
nice.
Awesome.
That is
I
awesome.
qualified for the moment.
That's great. That's great.
You know,
Uh,
Emilio, Brian, maybe we just need to tell Laura right now that we want to be one of the first people to get the dips on any of these new and cool stuff that's happening. Right? We want our audience to really know that Zifra was here. So
yeah.
this
Yeah.
cool stuff, if Laura, if you can hook us up, please do.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
your
Yes, you are
executives
welcome.
know.
You're
Let
welcome.
know. Let them know that creative minds would definitely want to be able to be part of what's going on. Again, we are not financial advisors, right? We're not advising anybody to buy any stakes or do anything. We are just here just to kind of discuss, share ideas, look at ways how people are monetizing or making money. We are not endorsing anybody. We are just here as a forum, right, to discuss. But again, that doesn't
No,
mean we should not have the dips.
Right.
no, it's good that you mentioned that because at any multi-level marketing, the results are not warranty. It all depends on your work, the effort you put into it. Um, I mean, and as any other company, there is people who got into the diamond, like the one that I have right now, got in there in 4 months. There is people who are like way behind and started before I did. So
Yeah.
all the results and the income you can make, it all depends on your work. Honestly, I mean, I cannot tell you you'll become a millionaire here if you don't want to do it. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
you could make a lot of money or just get a packet, get to the goal, and that's it. Like wait 30 months, get to the goal, I know I didn't make much money. Well, it all depends
Right,
what
right, right.
you want to do. That will give you the results.
Laura, I had a question for you just before we everything winds down. As far as like future innovation, are you guys developing your own coin, like a XIFRA coin? Something that we can probably, get in early.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
definitely.
know,
That's a good question.
just something to counteract just in case Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're working on something like that. I'll be surprised. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if at our convention in Mexico City they bring us something like that. I know we
Mm.
are gonna, and maybe it's just a spoiler, but we're gonna get our own wallet too. So there is a
Okay.
lot of
Oh,
things. It's technology. So in
right.
technology, there is a lot of space to grow. So there is a lot of surprises coming in. One of them, spoiler alert, is our own wallet. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was surprised to have our own coin.
absolutely.
that's
Oh,
great. That's great.
that's dope.
And thank you for coming, Laura. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you too. And we go way back, and I've seen how much you have grown. You know what I mean? And we're gonna keep growing. We're gonna keep seeing you do your thing. You know what I mean? And hopefully we don't fall too far behind you. You know what I mean? We're gonna be somewhere around there in the crevices, trying to do our thing. And to everybody who's following us, thank you very much. You know what I mean? We've come already to the end of our show. It was a blast. It went by so fast. Is there anything else you want to say, Brian?
Oh no, I just want to say, Laura, thank you for being our first guest. You made history with us. You know, Looking forward to having you back on as always. Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you. I didn't know it was the first guest. Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
excited. Hopefully you can pick me over again. And you guys will see each other at the top. There is only one way to go
Hey,
on.
yeah.
Yeah. There
It's
you
to the
go.
top.
Is
Yeah.
there
And we
anything
can go
else
to
you
the
want to say,
Miami
Jordan?
convention next year.
Yeah, there you go. Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Emilio, actually, I have two things that I want to say. The very first one, I want to emphasize again to Laura that we want to have dips on anything cool that's coming out. We
Yeah,
want to be able to at least let our audience know, right? That's why they are so devoted. We want them to be, to be one of the first people to kind of know what's happening with Zifra, coins or anything that's cool if they can lay their hands on first. Of course, if there's a way for us to have you back here again, I am sure we are going to be dropping something juicy when you come back next
yeah,
time. So, of course, I will let the rest of the team kind of join me on that. But other than that, thank you to the audience. Thank you to everyone that's been, watching us. We always love it when you share, subscribe, tell your friend and your friend's friend that
yeah,
we have a forum here that we're always chatting about ways of making passive income, right? And it comes in many forms and shapes. So thank you to everyone, and again, Laura, thank you for being here.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you,
Definitely.
you
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you to the audience
And,
too.
and another thing, like you just said, right before we leave, is hopefully we are the first to break cifra. You know what I mean, in the internet, as far as like a podcast goes or any channel goes. I hope we are the first ones, because after this, the price is gonna go up. You know what I mean. And the next thing is this. When after you do your run to Dubai, Mexico, back to United States, and all that we gotta do, make sure you hit us up. And for sure, you will always be welcome to our channel. Thank you for being the first. Laura, it's much love, respect, and saludos to everybody. You know what I mean? And we want to thank you guys from Creative Minds. If there's anything else you guys want to say, it should be a wrap.
So
Anything you guys
good.
want to say? All
Yeah.
good. Laura, anything you want to say to your people? Anything you want to say right
Uh,
now? It's gonna
what?
be out. Anything you
Thank
want to say?
well, jump into the train before it's gone.
There you go.
Oh,
Sounds good.
it's gone, but too ahead.
Sounds good. All right,
Thank
great. So
you.
thank you for having us, and we are Creative Minds, and peace out.
Here they are.
Bye.